One Room Schoolhouses played a fundamental role in bringing education to children in rural communities for generations. In this week's AgWeek cover story, Ariana Schumacher takes us to the One Room Schoolhouse outside of Pierre, South Dakota, that made learning accessible for generations of her family and neighbors.
Though the walls of this classroom are crumbling, the memories remain for those who spent years learning in them.
It was built by my grandfather and his dad, and my father was probably one of the first classes that came here.
The school was built by my great-great-grandfather on the edge of our family farm in the 1920s. Jim Schumacher is my uncle. He attended the 1st through 8th grades at the Plainview School.
There was a school before that was off to the little further west down the road, and then they came, once the county came in and actually built roads, they moved it over here.
The school was open until the mid to late 1980s. At Plainview, students could attend from kindergarten through the 8th grade, and then they would go to high school in Pierre. There was one teacher and one classroom for all grades, but that didn't mean they had any less of an education.
When I got to the 8th grade, there were 3 of us in 8th grade, and when we went into town, we all made the honor roll.
You were absorbing what was going on in the other classes as well. You did tend to, hear the other things that were going on, and when your particular homework was done, you might turn around and help some of the younger class, the kids in the younger classes.
I got straight A's after my freshman year. My freshman year, but it's all country school as the foundation.
Lifelong friendships were formed at that small country school on the prairie.
You spent more time together, and you also had, again, the rural community. You had that in common, as well as just being school and classmates. And yes, Teresa and I have stayed together through thick and thin.
There was no plumbing or running water at the school. There was a furnace with a heat grate that brought warmth to the classroom before there was a heat system installed. While they may not have had access to all the things the public schools had, there were also perks to having a smaller school.
I'm sure we missed out on some of the machinery that some of the bigger schools had, but we also missed out on a lot of the politics that I have learned. Since my own children have gone to school, there's a lot of things that we didn't miss at all. So,
in Pierre, South Dakota, this is Ariana Schumacher for AgWeek.
You can read more in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com. Thanks for watching AgweekTV on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. We put out new videos every Saturday.